Hi guys, and today we are going to be looking at a Bachmann branch line locomotive, and this one is a Great Western one, and it's a City of London, and it's a city class 3700 or 37XX class. This one is in Great Western green with the monogram on the tender or crest, depending on your preference. This came out about 2016-ish. It's a cheaper alternative to City of Truro. It's in the same livery, just not the same price tag, in my opinion. I will apologise before I get into the video. I am missing my detail bag. It's unopened and I can't find the box for it, so I do apologise. But in the detail pack you get some lamp irons, not lamp irons, some coal stuff like shovels and hooks. You also get some etch stuff for the builder's plate under there. I think also for the City of Truro and for the front bogie frames as well. You get an alternative casting for them. So I do apologise about that. Let's get on with the video. Here is some model information on the Great Western 3700 class. New cast kits are available in 00. Bachmann do several locomotives of the city class, including the City of Truro, which you can get through the NRM. In December 2014, Bachmann branch line launched a commissioned World War I ambulance train pack. The pack contained the model of the 3711 City of Birmingham in its World War I khaki livery. It included 3 Midland coaches in ambulance green with the Red Cross on them and 6 figures from World War I as well. There's other named locomotives as well, from the City of Birmingham to City of London, and some others. In the early 1960s, Kitmaster did a 00 plastic kit version of City of Truro 2. It was later produced by Airfix and now Dapol. You can also get it in a 5-inch gauge, and you can also get a city class in O, I believe, as well. As we start off at the front of the locomotive, it looks very stunning from this angle. Down the bottom here you have the coupling, which is a NEM pocket small one. We have, I think they're sprung buffers, or metal, at least metal buffers anyway. We have the number of the locomotive, which is 3439, and the buffer beam here. We also have the vacuum pipe, I believe, which is nicely applied there. We also have something that looks like a chain link coupling as well underneath. We have the smoke box dart there. Some lovely intricate lining for the hinges. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 lamp irons. We also have the copper chimney, which is usual for Great Western. The hammer going round, the whole of the boiler, which is a lovely touch there from Bachmann. We also have a few rivets and supports for the boiler as well, which is correct in real life. Also, the smoke box door does open, and you've got the tubing inside, which is great. As we move on to the locomotive, you can see the lamp irons a bit more better over here. You also got the lovely lining of the locomotive, which is a orange, black and orange, which is a lovely touch. You can actually see through the locomotive, which is correct. I don't think there's any motion inside. but nevertheless it's fine. The underframes are in this Indian red. It's lovely. The wheels look so fine, so detailed. You got the brake rigging already applied here, which is very nice by Bachmann. The rods are out frames as well. We have the springs too on the outside as well. We have that lovely nameplate there, City of London. We have a chimney and a safety valve in the centre just there. We also have the whistles over here too. We have a toolbox just there, I believe. I could be wrong. And then we have the number of the locomotive and some steps down here too, going up the cab. As we move on to the other side of the locomotive, I notice both sides have a handrail in the centre there and some steps. We also have a builder's plate underneath the nameplate, just above the rods as well, which is nice. We also have a step just by side of the cab, which is very nice there by Bachmann. I believe both sides could have it as well. Onto the cab detail now. The cab detail is pretty impressive for a locomotive that's 5 years old. You've got the handrails down the side here. You've also got the number of the locomotive, which is 3439. The cab is all completely painted with wood floor in the whole works. I also believe a seat as well. And you also got the vent between the locomotive and the tender to stop the crew falling through, I believe. Stunning cab. As we look down on the top of the locomotive, I can't see any moulding lines, which is a really good thing. There's a few rivets on the cab here on top of the cab. You've got the safety valve and whistles. You've got the line missing on the painting here a bit, which is correct, I believe. You have the lining, which is orange and black, and orange again. Safety valve there. We have the chimney, which I believe is hollow all the way through. You also have to see that fine handrail going around the boiler, which is correct shape and size. You have the coupling as well, which I mentioned as well before. So let's move on to the underneath of the locomotive or the chassis. I will apologise about the dirty wheels. I thought they were much cleaner. We have pickups on the big 2 driving wheels here. You can also see outside rods as well, frames. You can brake in here, the brakes. You can see the connection here for the wire to the tender. You can also see there's no pickups on the front bogie. We also have a NEM pocket thing here underneath the tender of the locomotive. It's all-wheel pickups on the tender. You can see the brake rigging has already been added as well, which is a really good touch by Bachmann. You can see where the plug goes into the tender as well. You still see the Indian red lining of the frames. We have a NEM pocket here, which is quite nice. Not as nice as the front one, which is red, but it's still nice. And you see, like I said, the pickups are quite nice on this. Wheels need to clean, yes. As we look down on top of the tender, you can see the handrail is a bit more better. You can see where the irons go, the coal irons go. You can also see the coal, which isn't bad to be honest with you. See the the handle bit for the scoop of water underneath. You can also see where the water goes as well at the back. You've got the coupling the same as the front as well. This is pretty nice look down here. You can also see the vent between the gap of the tender and the locomotive as well. As we move on to the side of the tender, both sides of the tenders are exactly the same, so I'll just show you this side. We have the monogram or the crest just in the centre, which is lovely. We also have the Indian red frames down the bottom. We have some picked out details, painted silver. We have some steps either side of the tender too. We have handrails as well in each corner, which is correct. We have that line that carries on through from the locomotive to the tender, but cut out into sections. Very interesting, very nice. Bachmann do a great tender. You see some more details of the scoops and the handrails that the tender has. As we move onto the back of the tender, we see two steps, I believe. We have the metal buffers or sprung buffers. I can't decide which ones they are. We also have the same stuff that we have on the front, which is the vacuum pipe and the chain link coupling, which is a very nice touch there by Bachmann. We also have the tender type on the back as well in the black and the gold. Very nice. It is highly detailed, the back is, for a small locomotive. So yeah guys, that's it on the tracks. Next up will be some points test and second radius. Believe it can do second radius, but you never know with Bachmann. So here goes. Not bad, just past the 9 on DC. Yeah, managed that pretty well. Next up will be slow speed, and then we'll find it a friend. So here goes. Even better than the points test, this is. Oh, it stumbled there though. Not bad for DC. That livery is lovely. So yeah, guys, that's the end of the running session. I will apologise if I've missed any details out in the review. I sometimes do that by mistake. I do apologise. Before I get into my opinions, I'll show you what I was running with. In the yard we had the Hornby B2 in a National Cardboard livery. Then the two that are facing each other, we have the LNER J83 at the back, there, and just there we have the Hatton's P class in its South Eastern Chatham Railway livery, and its running partner was the Railway Children Pannier Tank by Bachmann again, with United Dairies wagon and the Railway Children's coaches. The City of London just had some old Triang Collestory coaches, I think they're called. Yeah, my opinion on these, for the money, they're pretty good if you can get them quite cheap. I think I paid about £110 for this, about 4 or 5 years ago. My only issue with quite a lot of early Bachmann locos is the connection under it. You can see it there. There's nothing to stop it coming out. Like on the Hornby ones, they've stopped it now. They use a screw, which is good. Bachmann have just started, but when these were made, they hadn't. The livery is finally applied. Wonderful detail as well. No motion in there at all. It's quite nice. Would I recommend it for anyone? Yeah, if you're into your steam and definitely into your Great Western, I'd recommend it. Preserved one, you could easily transfer this into City Truro, because the City Truro goes for a lot of money. Yeah, I'd recommend it, but it's really down to your opinion. So yeah guys, that's it from me. Until next time, it's goodbye from these beauties, and it's goodbye from me.